Alright guys, now on to the FruitCraft Mojito. What makes this mojito different is going to be, of course, our eau de vie, but also a generous portion of our pomegranate wine. It's what adds so much flavor and acidity without adding sweetness like most juices would. So let's get straight to it. Start with the small part of the shaker tin. We're going to put about 10 leaves of mint right in here. And then we're going to add ½ ounce of syrup. And then ½ ounce of lime juice. All right, now that we've got our syrup, lime juice, and mint, we do a fair amount of muddling to get this mint extracted into the cocktail. If you've ever heard people complain about mojitos, usually it's that it's not minty enough, and that's because people aren't spending the time they need to muddle it. Oftentimes it's also because you're putting like 4 or 5 leaves of mint instead of 10, 11, 12 leaves. In many senses, the more mint the better. You want to make sure that people get what they want out of their drink. After about 20 seconds of muddling and making sure it's all fairly pulverized, we're going to move on to the rest of the cocktail, which is mixing in the wine. Pomegranate wine is the first one up. We're going to do 3 ounces of this wine. So here's 2 ounces, and since the jigger is a max of 2.5, I'm going to do another ounce. 2 plus 1 is 3. Then to the eau de vie. Now this is cranberry eau de vie. Has a very fruity quality to it. 1.5 ounces is perfect. And now we're all good until we get the ice shaken in. So, when you're putting ice into the shaker tin, you don't want to do too much. You want to make sure you're not going to overflow. And we're good. So now that it's closed, I'm going to do my shake. Make sure to smile when you're making a cocktail. People love the show. And once again, we're going for chill. We're going for maybe a little broken ice. But at the end, awesome. Now that we mixed it up, we're going to do a double strain. And that's, of course, because the mint has too much solids. But before we do that, we fill this up fully with rocks. As you can tell, the volume of this and the rocks are very important, and you'll see by the end how important it is. We want to make sure it fills all the way to the top. And we're perfect. As you can see, a couple of drops, maybe a little too much ice, but we can always make the corrections there. And then on for the garnishing, we do a lime wheel here, of course, because lime is one of the main ingredients. And then we'll get this mint sprig. The top of them that are nice and lively like this are a good one to go with. We'll put it right next to it. And then there is your FruitCraft Mojito.